Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, September 25th of 2025. And I am going to be using my Scotch thermal laminator. I was going to do this and I realized I don't know how many people have ever done home laminating. I've had these for quite a few years, probably about 3 years. I've never used the machine till about 2 weeks ago. And so I had to laminate something for my daughter. And so then I have taken over head of the nursery at the church. And so we have the nursery checklist. So the other day I, tested out. So I laminated the nursery checklist. And then the other lady who was doing nursery, she had written up some little guidelines for prayers for the nursery. And I typed them out on my phone, and then I let my phone said it wanted to do something. So using the AI generated thing, it changed the format and it put certain prayers kind of in categories, which I thought was really neat that I could do that. So it's got the prayers for the children, prayers for parents, prayers for helpers, and then prayers for protection and peace. So using her few over here. So she had these little basic little things was sitting in the nursery just like this. I typed it out on my phone. My phone did that AI generated thing and I got 3 pages. I can't change the font. I would love to have had the font changed, but I think this actually works so much better if it's going to be hanging up in the nursery anyways. So it's easier to read. So now I'm just going to move a few things and get this laminator here. I've already got it ready. I've already turned it on, so it's all warmed up and ready to go. In fact, I had it earlier and then I got distracted and then it turned itself off, so I had to return it on and do this. So you just take the thermal sorry, somebody just walked past my yard, so my dog had to bark at her. So I've got the sheets I need to laminate. The laminator is on, and you just open this up. I already kind of opened these because they do stick, and then you put your paper in. Get one sheet, just slip it in here, try to get it as even as possible. And also want to make sure there's no pet hair in here, and I'm just gonna tap it down so the sheet kind of comes down. It's a little crooked. Just can I get this straighter? I don't know. It's a little. Oh. Like I said, I've only done this a couple times, so I think the more times you use this, you'll get better at it. Excuse me. There, that's a lot straighter. And then I've already got it turned on. I'm going to angle this way. So you've got it in your pouch, and you have the one side of it is closed, the other 3 sides are open. So you put it in the closed side first, slip it in, hold on to it while it's going through, and it just takes a couple of minutes. Like that. And while it's going through, I'm just going to get the other ones ready. Okay, so this one is done. So now I'll just slip the next ones in. And you just line it up. And you just hold on to it while it's sliding through. This one looks like I may have got it crooked. I'm not that worried. It's just going to be hanging up in the nursery of the church, but I do see that the paper is a little crooked up here, so let's see, will it straighten out as it goes through, or did it fold funny? I will find out as it goes through. No, it sealed. It's a little crooked, but you know, like I said, I haven't done this too many times. I'm just going to turn it this way. I think it might be the salt lamp that was just kind of there. That's going a lot straighter now. And this machine actually gets really hot, and it does take a while for it to heat up, but it also takes a while for it to cool down. So I'm just going to keep it, I'm going to turn it off and unplug it. I'm just going to leave it up here so my animals don't, you know, don't get burned with it. So, I mean, if you're going to use one of these thermal laminating machines, you know, just be aware of how hot it does get. I was surprised the first time I used it how hot it really got. And then it does take a minute or so for the paper to cool down. But there we go. They're all laminated. Like, so I'm just going to turn it off. So I got those ones laminated. And like I said, I laminated this last time I was just doing that. So I will take these on Sunday. I'm just going to make sure I get these in the right order. And yeah, put these up on the board in the nursery room. But look at that, it looks so much nicer and so much more professional. I believe this was about $30–40 so many years ago. I did see Walmart had them just part of their back to school. It was it $24.99 or $29.99? I can't quite remember, but so about that $25–30 mark. And then the pack of the thermal paper, this is a pack of 50 pouches. This was, I think, $20 or $25 for this. It's been a few years since I bought it. But again, the paper was about almost the same price as the machine. But I think it's kind of worth it for certain items. So that is quick laminating. So I've got, just going to make the nursery, you know, like, instead of just having all these little sheets sitting on clipboards, sitting there where nobody can see them, they're laminated and they can get tacked up. So that was just a quick demonstration of how this machine works. So this is the Scotch brand, I forgot to say that, laminator. And then I'm going to read about what this, does it have a thickness? I don't know. Okay, I'm just, so this gave 50 pouches. It says it's thermal lining pouches, protects items from damage, clear professional finish, use for certificates, signs, awards, calendars, and schools kids artwork. Yeah, it doesn't really say too much, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's, I know there's people who always want to know, like, what thickness of paper can you put through here? I don't know that. I know there was different, I know they had different types of thermal pouches depending on what you were using or what machine you're using with. That I have no idea. I bought this machine, and this is what this machine says it takes. So this is the one I bought. Like I said, I probably bought it. Oh, it's got to be close to 4 years now. 3 for sure, but probably closer to 4 years. So it's the first time I've used it. It kind of just one of those things you buy, you think it's gonna be fun to try and use, and then you just kind of set it aside, and it just sits there and doesn't get used. It's been really fun using it lately. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.